I'm going to start my transportation story time little series. I'm going to start with a doozy today. It was a very long ride home. A little background though. The reason I have a whole series worth is because I use Medicaid transportation, and I had one company through Medicaid, and their transportation was great for a while, like several years. I used it, and didn't have too many problems. I had a couple, but like one time a bus broke down on the highway, and another time they sent me a car when I was going to use my power chair. And the guy thought he was just going to like fold it up and put it in the back of the trunk, and I was like, no, it doesn't do that. It wasn't a big deal. But things got worse. January of 2018, I think it was. They ended their contract with that transportation company and signed on with a new one. And immediately things just started going wonky. Like late pickups, nobody coming to pick me up. One time a guy drove to the medical place that I was going to instead of to my house to come get me. That might have been with the second company, but anyway. So I was told to switch Medicaid companies. That this other one that I joined is really good, and there's usually no big problems with them, blah blah blah. So I did, and I did lose my catheter supplier, Active Style. I loved them, worked with them for a really long time. They were really easy to work with, and found out that the wheelchair that I have now, I get through New Motion. They're not covered by my new insurance company. So when it broke down, I had to find somebody else to come out and fix it. And I did eventually find somebody who was great. They came out and they fixed it within like a weekend, I think it was. They had to take it on a Friday afternoon. They had to take it back to the office because they didn't have the right parts with them. And they had it back by that Monday. So I wasn't really that upset about losing it for the weekend. I didn't need it that weekend. So it wasn't a big deal. And I had a backup scooter. So if I had like a family thing to go to and I needed something like that, I had my scooter. But on this particular day, this was 2 or 3 catheter changes ago. I get it changed out every 3 weeks. It's a super pubic catheter. I've had it for like 2 years now. I had this guy before, like the time before. So 3 weeks before, I had him, and he took me to my appointment and brought me back home, and there was no problems. There was no late picking me up from the house, no me sitting around for an hour or more at the appointment place waiting for him to come back, because he actually stayed there to wait for me. It was fine. And then this morning, he showed up on time, got me there on time, everything was fine. Well, he took a different route, which I knew the route. He took me the back roads of the town I used to live in before I moved in with my grandmother. So I knew the direction we were going. It was a very odd route to take. It's very bendy, and it's a hill all the way down. It's downhill all the way down, and just twists and turns. This is like a back road, like through the woods, basically. So that was weird. I don't know if you had like a new phone with a different GPS or what. So, but I wasn't too upset with that. I got to my appointment on time. And these appointments, it was with urology, have the catheter changed out. They take a half an hour. I am in the waiting room for 15 minutes, and I'm usually back in the patient room for 15 minutes. Granted, everything goes smoothly. And it did. It's fine. I came out, and he had said he was going to go to the gas station and then come right back. So he should have been out there waiting for me. I can't remember if he had given me his direct number. Sometimes the drivers will give you the direct number, otherwise you have to call the Medicaid company, and then they call the transportation company, and dispatch people call the driver to let them know that you are ready to be picked up. So sometimes the driver will give you their direct number, so you don't have to go through all of that nonsense, because it takes even longer. I can't remember if he had given me his number or not. I was waiting there for at least 20 minutes, and they give you they tell you to wait. No, I waited the 30 minutes. They tell you to wait 30 minutes. Sometimes the driver will go and pick somebody else up and take them somewhere. I don't think that's what this guy wasn't doing that. He told me he wasn't doing that, so it shouldn't have taken as long as it had taken, especially since I knew there was a gas station maybe 10 minutes away. And also there's 6 different entrances into the area where the building where my appointment was. It's a tall hospital building, and there's little buildings connected to it, where there's the medical center where they'll do surgeries there. There's an eye doctor, excuse me, and something else I can't think of. And then there's other places that aren't attached in the area. So there's 6 different entrances to get back in there. So he can't be lost. He can't be. But he was, because before he left, he changed his GPS, because he wasn't familiar with the route that he had taken that morning. He wasn't. So he decided to change the GPS somehow to a different route, and got lost from the 10-minute ride from the gas station back to the facility that I was at. And I don't know why they didn't raise any flags, but it didn't. It should have. And at this point, now because of this ride, I take both my current phone and my previous phone. And I have on my previous phone Audible and a podcast app and YouTube, so I can entertain myself if situations like this arise. And I don't run down my actual phone's battery if I need to call someone or text someone. So I'm listening to my audiobook, and we are driving, and we end up on the riverfront. The riverfront. Okay, so this office does have 2 locations. One is way downtown, and the other one is halfway between downtown and where I live. So instead of going this direction towards my home, which it is a 55-minute drive, but instead of going that direction, he went that direction towards the other facility. And we're on the riverfront, and I recognized the neighborhood. I knew where I was. It was a nice, rich neighborhood, and my grandfather was a landscaper, and he did the yards for the people that lived there, and they're nice, big, fancy houses. There was like a Reds player that lived in one of the houses, and he did his yard. So I knew where I was, and again, it still didn't raise any flags. I'm like, okay, we're further downtown than we should be. Okay, it shouldn't be that hard to turn around and go back the correct direction. Apparently, it was for this guy. About 20 minutes later, I'm not recognizing any landmarks whatsoever. I don't know where I am. I'm downtown still, but it's like a neighborhood I had never been to. And it was weird. We passed the sign for a college that I've never been to, I've never seen, I've never driven by. So that's when I texted my sister and my mother. One or the other, and then the other, it was probably I texted my sister and she told my mother. That's usually how things happen. Usually if I tell her something like that, she will immediately tell my mother. My mother will call me. So I'm texting her. She's texting Mom. Mom is texting me back. Trying to figure out what is going on. And at one point he turns around and pulls over and calls someone. Now, usually they have their phones mounted on a thing in the vehicle, and he did. And his phone is so big. It's like way bigger than my phone. And the text on it for the caller ID was so big. I could see who it was. It said, "My baby." He called his girlfriend. So that was odd. I was like, wouldn't he call somebody, like dispatch or somebody like that? No, he called his girlfriend. And I figured out why a few minutes later. At that point, I'm on my phone. I can't remember if it was with my sister or my mother. I was not happy. I was so hungry at that point. It was getting late in the evening. I don't remember, did the building have a snack yet or not? A snack thingy? Because for a long time, there was no vending machine in that building. I went around to the different sections, and the only thing I found was a water cooler and a coffee machine. There's a water cooler in the urology office that I go to, and across from that I think they have a coffee machine. In the surgical building, I think there might have been another coffee machine, but there was no vending machine. And so after my first real problem, there was another appointment where I was there for like hours at this facility because of transportation. After that, when they went to send me a survey, which they haven't done in a while, you would think after my Botox procedure they would have sent me a survey. They didn't send me a survey. But for a while after that appointment where I was there for hours, which is another story, I started filling out in the extra comment section, you need a vending machine for people who might be stuck here for a long time if they have transportation issues. And I did that on like 3 or 4 different surveys, and eventually they put one in, and I cannot remember. They might have put one in at this point. I can't remember for the life of me. So he gets off the phone with his girlfriend. I'm like on the phone. I'm trying to whisper because I don't want him to hear me complaining. I don't know why. I should want him to hear me complaining, but I'm like mean mugging him in his rearview mirror the entire time, so he knows I'm not happy. I'm hungry. I'm tired. I am afraid. Well, I wasn't afraid. No, I wasn't. Because even my sister suggested that he had like nefarious plans or something. I'm like, no, this dude's just super, super lost. He's an idiot. Because the last time that he had driven me, there was no issues. I didn't feel unsafe or anything that. So he's on the phone and I hear him go, I don't think this lady likes me very much. And I'm like, no, I don't like you very much right now. You've gotten us very lost. So he hangs up with his girlfriend and he drives a little ways back towards the sign for the college, which I never saw the campus, just a sign for campus. And then we pull in to an apartment building. This is still like an hour away from where I live. I'm like, this is not where we're supposed to be. I figured it out. It was his girlfriend's apartment. She has suggested he put her address into the GPS so that he would know where he was going from there. Which wasn't a terrible idea, I guess that makes sense. So I'm texting, I'm telling my mom and my sister what the heck is going on. And I'm like, this is what he's doing. He put his girlfriend's address into the GPS and we're going to drive from there. And after about 15-20 minutes, I finally started recognizing landmarks again. And we were going in the right direction this time. But it was dark by the time we got home, and this was still in the summertime. It was still long daylight days. It's not the short days like we have now. It's December now. So the fact that my appointment ended a couple hours before was ridiculous. It was just crazy. And I told my mom, I'm gonna turn off the phone for a little bit. I'll let you know when we're getting closer. So I ended up texting her every time we got to a new landmark that I knew. Like, we got like 15 more minutes closer, another 15, I would text her, let her know. Finally was like, we're around the corner. And I think all of my family, my dad and brother-in-law, my sisters, my mom, they all came out to like stare this guy down. Let them know they weren't happy. I don't think I said anything to this guy. Like, I think he said, have a good evening or something like that, and I was just like, whatever. So he got me onto the lift, and put the lift down, and I got off the lift, and it was like, good riddance to this guy. So the next day, I called, and I said, don't send him to come get me ever again. I told him the situation. That was not okay. This would have, he hadn't been a friendlier person, because he was a nice guy. He just screwed it up. And I haven't gotten him since then. So that's good. I have an appointment coming up on the 12th. It's the 4th today. So either tomorrow or Friday I'm going to have to call and schedule another ride. So yeah, that was, I'm gonna say that was the second worst ride I've had. There's 3 top ones, and then a bunch of like, I hope you'll enjoy this series. I'm gonna make it its own separate playlist. I'm gonna break up some of the other stories that I've done into different playlists. So look for that on my channel. So yeah, that was how it went. I don't know when I'll do the next one. I'll probably talk about the worst one that I had the next time. So, okay. I hope you enjoyed this. Bye.